Alright guys, so we're back. Just took a breather. And like I said, a quote-unquote bulletproof the monitor. I just kind of hacked into a Molex and it works very well. It's tight, so if I move the PCB around in some wires, hopefully everything will be okay. So that's good. Now, and I went downstairs and I was just hanging out for a few minutes and I left Gal's Panic on because it kept resetting and I was wondering why. When I came, I was kind of here while doing the Molex as well and it didn't reset, which is good. Which is awesome. I went downstairs to grab the Street Fighter 1 PCB, and I said, you know what, let's try it. The voltages are good. I don't think they'll do no harm. Gal's Panic was working okay. Let's go for broke and try it out. So, speakers are hooked up, or one of them anyways. Let's try it out. Let's turn this on and hopefully it works. It doesn't ruin the board and then I lose my mind. So let's check it out. Please, please, please. Oh, yeah. There it is. Why is it upside down? Why? Why are you upside down? I think it's one of the dip switches. Look at that color, man. Beautiful, beautiful picture. Again, we saw the burn-in before, but it has absolutely no effect on the result of the picture, which is great. Plus, when we put the shroud on and the monitor, I doubt you'll see anything. So that's awesome. Beautiful picture. Looks good. Oh, let's coin up. Let's see if anything works. Let's see. Come on. See, the wire came loose again. Damn it. Come on. So let's try this. Sorry guys, I don't want to rush this. Why doesn't it work now? Coin up! Please. Put a coin in. Oh, the line is... I pulled a couple of wires. Shoot. That's not good now, is it? Let me pause here real quick. Let me give me one more try. Let me quickly pause and see if it works. Shoot, man, I had it, I thought. Yeah, one of the lines that I have is it's weak. And it cut when I was moving some things around. Shoot. Alright, damn it. Let me quickly pause and let me get a coin going because I have to plug the I have to plug one of the wires in. One sec. Okay, so I don't know, I just mashed some wires together and it went through. So let's press start. I have some wires mixed because it's coining up when I'm supposed to be doing something else. Yeah, the hell if I know why it's upside down. Okay, now I know the sound works, that's good. Let me go get my manual of the Street Fighter 1 and see if I can put it forward because it never used to be like this. I must have changed the dip switch. So far so good. So far so good. Alright, I'll be back and hopefully I'll have it where the monitor is regular and we'll maybe adjust it to look good and the monitor is considered good and all we have to work on is speakers and coin door and we should be okay. Alright, so I'll be back. Yo everyone, what up? It's the next morning. So far so good. What I've been doing, like I said, it's a little tedious. But I've been literally taking have the game up, it's working, and then seeing, which one punches and kicks and whatnot. So I've labeled them all just to make sure that we're organized when we start to put the control panel together and eliminate which wires go where. The speaker thing still eludes me, I don't understand, because when the speaker moves, it coins up. So maybe when they were put together, it wasn't supposed to be a speaker wire. I don't know. Either way, so I'm gonna finish up here. I just started. I've been at it probably for a half hour. So like slowly just doing it. There's a few wires on each. For an example, this is player 1, and these 3 wires, I don't know what they do. My hunch is the only one I don't have working is the light kick. Everything else works, which is weird because I thought you had a kick harness. So that's a little weird. I think one is for kick, the light kick. Maybe one is for the to coin up like a service switch, and then one is the test mode or something. I don't know. So I'm just eliminating all the wires in a process of elimination, and then I'm just about finished this. So that's where we're at. And then when I'm finished, I'm going to then put together the control panel and the joystick. So then we have that, and then see if that works while we're playing it. So we'll test it. Then we'll put on the control panel, just so we have, or maybe I'll just put those for now because the control panel is heavy. And then once it's there, we're good. And then later on, I'll put the control panel if we push it back, because again, if you saw, it's 100 pounds. So far so good. It's a decent morning. So far so good, and we're making progress every inch to the final goal. So I'll be back and I'll show you when putting together a control panel. So it's been around an hour. I've taken every connector. I found out of the 3, there's only 3 remaining. I've led this one to the speaker wire, like the second speaker wire, but it doesn't work. So I'm not sure what that's there for. I'm going to leave it for now. It doesn't matter. I have everything except light kick, which is good enough. And then I'll find, through process of elimination later on, as long as it works, even if it's at 80%, I'm good. As long as it's working and it's safe, and that's it. So moving forward, I've taken this box of controller that a lot of them are broken, a lot of them were actually soldered on. I've taken the best ones. I decided to take the one that I had on my Killer Instinct 1, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Killer Instinct 1. And it worked, it wasn't catching that well. But again, this is temporary. The button's already there, so they're good. I've decided to go for the yellow baseball top that I had. Just to make it look a little different, because down the line it's blue, red, black. Why not? We'll do yellow just for a difference, because this is going to be changed later on anyways when I get the better controllers. So I've have all the clips, all the bolts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw this down, or whatever, screw it down on each, and then what we'll do is I'll come back, I'll put all the, I'll come back and I put all the cherry switches on, and then from there we're pretty much going to be to the races. So I'll give you a status report before I put everything on, and then really quick, and then I'll show you also after they're connected. And again, I'm going to leave them kind of here, and I'll move this. I'll leave them here, and then once that works, I want to get in the service menu, and then I want to flip the screen because it's annoying me. And then once that's done, then the speakers, and then again, it's only one, and then we'll address the coin door. So at the moment, why don't we go ahead and do that, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys. So quickly did this, as you can see, and looks good. Yellow looks actually kind of cool. And in the back, I have all the cherry switches ready, and then for this and this as well. So what I'm going to do is, actually, I might actually put the big control panel on, because realistically, because it's like this much higher, I want it to be a good height, so that I'm not either overextending or underextending, and give more slack for other things. So I'm going to be doing that, and then once we have the controls up and they're in, again, there's a few wires I'm not sure, but I'll just label them unknown for now to keep organized. And then I want to get in the settings and flip the screen, adjust the monitor. It's almost perfect. To just maybe adjust it a little more, and then that's it for that. And then from there, we'll again see if we can get. Well, I know I could get one of the speakers working. See if we can get the speakers working. If not, I'll just do the one for now, but I'll put both in. And then we'll actually put the marquee on, the grill on, the glass, and the bezel. Actually, maybe we'll... Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Because this thing's so damn heavy. How am I going to do this? Because it's so damn heavy that I'm gonna have to move it with the control panel on. There's no way around it. Oh, that's gonna be hell. Because then I'm gonna have to get to the back of it, and then if I'm squeezed in there, it's gonna be a nightmare. And I won't be able to film because there's no light there, and also I'm too cramped. There's no option. I'm gonna have to. So I'm gonna have to carefully back and forth move it. And no one's even up yet, so I'm gonna have to do it alone. You know what? I'll do it carefully. So yeah, when we do that, we'll set it up, and I'll let you know what it looks like with the control panel, and then we'll get deeper in there and see what we can do. We're back. So far so good. This took a little longer than I wanted to, and the main reason is the wires for the JAMA harness are perfect. Like the Daisy Link or whatever are awesome. The only problem is they're a little too short for this cabinet, because like again, like you have to go here to here to here, and then to here. And normally it only stops here, because in a normal like HS5 cab, they're right beside each other. So I had to, like I just got old wires and I connected them. Actually, it was a really nice job. No hacking, whatever, just connecting the connectors. Anyways, so everything works except this, the short and the short on player 2. I had to get a new button because the other one was sticky. I don't know where my player 1 went. Anyways, but that's going to be there. And everything else is okay. Now, the speakers, again, I'm only going to put one. I'm not going to waste a lot of more time on it because I want to wrap it up. I mean, it's still early and I have a lot of time. But I don't know, my spidey sense, tells me something's going to come up. So I want to get this up there, and then I have to extend this wire. There's no way around it, unless I maybe put it there and I leave that one blank. Either way. So I know that's noisy now because everyone... You know what's weird, really quick? I swear to God, it's dead quiet. It's in the morning, afternoon, night, whatever. It's dead quiet, dead quiet. When I'm not in the garage, I'm eating, I'm hanging out, I'm smoking a cigar, whatever. It's dead quiet. As soon as a neighbor sees me in the garage working on this, they start their lawnmower, weed whacker, they start banging shit. I don't understand. Anyways, so everything works. Now the only thing is, I want to now switch the screen. So I'm going to try to get in the menu, it's a little difficult. I can't remember. It's not as easy as I want it to be. But it was through the dip switches, if I recall. So I'm going to try to get in the menu, try to do this upside down, flip this finally. We'll adjust the monitor, we'll test the buttons. Like, they work, but up is down and left is right on the second player. My brain's all confused. So I'll be back, but in that time, hopefully they'll be switched. And then we'll start to work on this, make sure everything works, and then we're almost there. We're so far so good, so I'm very excited. And then if we do have a little more time, and my concern is with the coin lights, I don't think they're going to reach. Like, I went down, I don't think it's going to reach. Like, do I have to cut, like, do you have another wire come? I don't know. I have enough spare wire. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. But first things first. Again, why don't I set it up? I'll take it one step at a time so I don't get too discombobulated here. So far so good. All right, guys. I wanted you to actually see this. This is interesting. So the Street Fighter 1 has a lot of different, I guess, test screens or whatever screens, and here settings, and here's one of them. So obviously, what I've done is, if you can see this red wire, I connected to one of the I connect it to one of the pinouts for where the kick harness would go. And the reason being is like you can check, see if you press up, you see, and then you can do like a sound test, input test, very standard. Now I've never been in this menu, I just literally figured it out. I never read the instruction manual properly. If you press up and kick, it'll take you to this menu that I've never been, like I just saw this and then I turned it off and I wanted to show you. So the first one would be the dot, the crosshatch. We get out of that. Next is color. We all know that. Next is RAM color, which is interesting. You can see the green's a little up. That's fine. We'll do that later. I don't know. I don't want to do it now because I want to get it working first. Video. This is neat because it'll show you all the like different colors. Who cares? Whatever. This is neat because it'll show you like all the animations. This is neat. Look at this. First of all, it changes the color. Ooh, Ryu with the red key. And then evil Ryu. Or that'd probably be that. Anyways, so, and if you scroll, it shows you all their animations. Did I just screw it up? What did I do? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it shows them, so it shows you all their animation, which is really neat. And I'll do that for, all the different characters and whatnot. So again, let's get out of that. Scroll test. Scroll test is interesting. Look at this. Like that's like the opening title screen. And then it shows the guy breaking through. I guess. I don't know what else the hell this would be. Neat, huh? I've never seen that before in a game. And then Jill's there in the back. So yeah, I guess this is all the interactive, what comes up, game over. So that's kind of neat. I just wanted to show you. That's kind of cool. It shows all that. Now again, no need. This is the more important one. Now let me read you what it says in the manual, because call me stupid, but I don't understand. The output test screen is figure 2.9. This screen indicates the condition of the horizontal flip and the vertical flip on the video display. The game automatically cycles through the following sequence of events. See what it's doing that? I guess it's doing the test. It flips it and then it goes, you're good. The screen displays the character Ryu in the background, and the foreground displays video character output with the letter P, which is there, in the box directly below the heading. If the letter rotates horizontally, vertically, on and then off, the video character output is functioning properly. So it says it's doing it properly. And then it says below the P is an object character mode with an airplane in the box directly below the heading. If the airplane rotates vertically and on and off, the character output is functioning properly. After the preceding sequence, the entire screen should flip automatically upside down and then move off and on again. Move the player joystick up and kick to return to the self-test. So it shows that it's working. Now, did that fix it? I don't know. How the hell do I get out of this menu? Oh, I have to power it off. Yep. So it shows that it's working right. Maybe that cycle helped. I hope it did. So why don't we turn the game off now? Let's power it on and see if the... let me just turn the... Because the switch settings is from here, so let me just turn that off. Why is it still upside down? I don't understand why it's still upside down. Now you might be saying, Steve, you can just switch it through the monitor. But that doesn't make sense, because then why would the test menu be perfect? And I never got to that. That's the first time I got to that screen before. So it must be something on the hard dipswitch settings that maybe it's not located here, that I'm not reading properly. Because again, I never got to there before, and it switched the screen. And I never touched the screen when I took about the JAMA harness, and it was actually upside down before I even got my Street Fighter 3. So something must be in the dipswitch settings. But it doesn't show it here. Well, that's definitely one for the books. I don't know why it's upside down. I don't get it. Yeah. All right. Well, the good thing is we got into that screen, but it didn't do anything. Shit. Anyways, I'll be back. Let me just play around with this a little more, because there's no way I did it before. I definitely did it before. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Anyways, I'll be back. Alright guys, we're back, and great news. So, I was getting frustrated, and I started turning off and on the dip switches like crazy. And I'm like, and then it went blank, and I'm like, that's it, I burned the PCB. And I was gonna cry. And then all of a sudden it switched. So, I don't know what I did. It's not in the manual, it makes no sense. But it works. So the screen's rotated this way, it's good. I've turned the sound louder, I don't want to put it on. The monitor I just did, you could see a little green, just because I plugged it back in and out, it'll work. So that's awesome news. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to organize the wires in there, which are a little crazy. And then I'm going to remove, take the speaker wires up here, get one working, because it won't reach up here, I already know. So at least I'm going to get one working for now. That's good news. Later on I can deal with it again. And then once we do that, I won't put, once I put the speaker on, maybe I'll quickly show you. I mean, big deal. I'll show you anyways later once I have the speaker on. And then I want to see if I can get the coin mechs and coin lights to work, which I don't know why is always a big thing of mine. I don't know why it never works for me, but I'll take my hat off. That's going to be it. So hopefully we're on the right track. Really, really good news. So I'll be back with you, but that's a relief that I got that working. So let's see how further we can get. I don't even know what time it is. I haven't even ate yet again, which is terrible for my diet, because I am going to cut weight. Anyways, I'll be back with you. We'll take it from there. I moved everything into place. Whew, this was hell. This was hell. My back. Everything worked. So far, so good. Nothing came loose. They're pretty much lined up with every other game. But yeah, it's so awkward with the crescent-shaped control panel. I mean, look at the comparison. Those are big. This is huge. This almost takes up my whole camera lens. Anyways, so next, dude, man, this is the home stretch. I'm going to insert. First, I'm going to put the. You know what? Maybe we'll put the I don't know. I kind of want to put the marquee last to be a loser. No, I'll put the marquee last. Let's put the. Do I remember how to? Yeah, let's put the speaker grill back. So I'm gonna just take that right there, speaker grill. Then I'm gonna put the shroud. Then the glass. Is that it? And then the marquee. And I think we're going to be okay. And we have to clean the hell up, because, yeah, this place is a disaster. Look, everywhere. Anyways, I put on the glass, the shroud. Now, listen to this. For 40 minutes, I've been trying to put this part here, and I don't know how it goes. I don't get it. I don't care. I'm frustrated. I'll leave it aside. It doesn't look that bad. But I will put it maybe beside so I don't forget that it belongs there. Nevertheless, I have the marquee ready. Let me get the chair. And then off camera, I'll just screw on the marquee. So this is, well, I'll tell you guys in a second. Can you see my... Oh, yeah. All right. There it is. Ah, damn it. Okay, that tape is done looking. One second. Now I had to use tape because this marquee is not the marquee for the deluxe cabinet, it's for the HS5. You can see how much bigger it is. So I just try to use a neutral color. How the hell thick enough? Okay. Alright. Oh look. Kinda cool, huh? Again, it's not the original one, but... Or it is the original one, but it's on... That's for the HS5 version. So Charles is chucking organs, making the whole art package, including the marquee, so I can't wait to get that. But this one looks honestly pretty good. The border looks neat for the most part. Who cares? Whatever. Why don't we fire you up? Let's fire the game up and do a quick walk around, and that's pretty much going to do it. Again, watch it not work. Oh crap. There's glue behind the, there's a self-adhesive behind the marquee. You see at the top where you can't really see it through the camera. But I'll take that off later on. Let's just do a walk around. Alright, so see those two lines at the top near Ken's head? Those are self-adhesive backing. I didn't get rid of those. I didn't think they'd be so evident. That looks ugly, but there's that. There's the shroud, there's that, and there's Street Fighter 1. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Boom. That piece that's missing on the glass. Honestly, that glass is so snug anyways, but still. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Shroud, glass, a little dirty, don't care, really. It's been a long day. Control, don't have the marquee lights, that's okay. I'll get that another time. What an endeavor. Do you see how the screen's bleeding like that? After 5 minutes, it warms up and it's gone. So again, this has to be recapped. No problem. I already know it has to anyways. So there's the cabinet in its place. What I'll do, just for giggles, as a nice teaser to the end of the video, let me align everything. I'm going to clean up, and then I'll close all the lights as much as I can, because again, it's where the sun is, it's the worst spot for the games. I'll turn everything off as much as I can. And then from the Neo Geo, I'll clean everything up from Street Fighter 1, Killer Instinct 2, 1, Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. I'll fire all the games up and do a panoramic as a quick teaser. And I think we did very well this week. You know, I've been off a few days. It's been hell. In a good hell, but I mean, I just find I never have enough time. I really don't have enough time. And, you know, sometimes I leave my patients. People want to pull me each way, and I think I've done very well. So, okay, let me set you up. I'm going to clean that marquee. I'm going to really clean up around here, maybe take an hour to do so. Come back and see everything in the lineup and up and running, hopefully. Oh my god, guys, here we go. All the games are on. Neo Geo on. Boom, Samurai Showdown. Street Fighter 1 on. Working. Killer Instinct 2. Working. Killer Instinct 1. Working. Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 2. The Street Fighter marquee, because the heat of the tape fell. I'll clean it later. And that adhesive behind started taking apart the marquee, so I left it. Let me do a back take. Fighting game munch? Can you imagine with another 20 games? Yeah. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up this. If you guys haven't subscribed, please do so. Look at this. I mean, come on, how can't you? Even if you don't like me, just press it. Look at this shit. It's been a pleasure yet again. Thanks again for checking out Top Tier. I'm relieved. They're going to sleep a little easier knowing that I got that working. It's around 80%. That's good enough. That's passing in my book. So, guys, it's been a pleasure yet again. Thanks again for checking out Top Tier. Peace. Yes!